Today I'm going to be reviewing the 1-year chronological Bible expressions, and this is from Tyndale in the New Living Translation. When I saw this box, I was already impressed because if you have watched my videos before, you know I love the color purple and I love flowers, so I was pretty excited already about the box. Before we open it up, let's go over some of the features here. So it says the 1-year chronological expressions Bible combines the 1-year chronological Bible reading plan with beautiful ready-to-color drawings and ample space for creative art journaling. Create a legacy of faith that will serve as a reminder of God's faithfulness and work in your life as you grow closer to Him through His Word. So features include 15-minute daily readings that are arranged in chronological order, allowing you to read God's story from beginning to end. Over 100 scripture line art drawings ready for your creative expression. Daily readings taken from the authoritative and emotive text of the Holy Bible, New Living Translation, that will help you gain life-changing insights. And generous 2-inch wide ruled margins with ample space for personal reflections or creative art journaling. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. I bet you can guess why I was excited as soon as I saw the Bible in the box, because it's purple and I love the way it looks. I was really excited. Like, it's a really nice shade of purple. It feels pretty well made. I love the design on the pages. So that got me excited as soon as I opened it up. It has two purple ribbon markers, a darker and a lighter. And then we're going to have this paste down liner that you can color and be creative on with the presentation page. My daughter likes this one. She's in the background like, give it to me, give it to me. So we may be doing that here eventually. So then the table of contents here. Going to get an introduction. A general timeline, if I could turn pages today, that would be really helpful when I'm trying to do a review. Don't you love that? I'm trying to do something and your fingers won't work right. Anyway, here we go. So these are the beginning pages for the books of the Bible. It's just telling you when each book is starting in case you wanted to look up a particular book. Then we get a note to the readers, an introduction to the New Living Translation. It's going to take up a few pages here. And then this is the Bible translation team. A table of weights and measures. And then we're going to get into our first scripture passage here. January 1st. So it starts with, of course, Genesis 1:1. So it says the Bible begins in Genesis 1 through 11 with the dawn of creation and the early history of the world. And then it gets right into scripture. The scripture is in a single column layout. You can see you have, well, hopefully you can see there's lined margins. They're very lightly lined. So if you chose to do some artwork there instead, you definitely could. But if you are one that more enjoys taking notes, then those lines are there for you to help you not write super uphill and downhill as I tend to do when I don't have the lines in the margins. You're also going to have some artwork that you could color in. I would recommend colored pencils so they don't soak through the page. I've used Prismacolor colored pencils, and those work out really well in these types of Bibles. You could use any colored pencils though, Crayola Twistables. I've used gel pens before, but just be aware you are going to be able to see it on the other side. It doesn't always bleed through. It might, depending on how bright and dark the color is. But even so, you can usually see show through on the other side, so just be careful with that. Okay, so you're going to get your scripture for the day, and you're going to get some artwork in the margins. There's not artwork on every page. I think it said there's a little over 100. So you're definitely going to get a lot of pages with just the lines as well. So if you, like I said, if you're more of a note taker, there's definitely room for you to do that. And then here starts January 2. So we're starting with Genesis 4. So that was about 3 chapters for the first reading. And then it gives you, along with the headings here, it gives you like when you skip around in scripture, like for example, here we skip to 1 Chronicles 1 through 4. And we did that in Genesis because it talks about the descendants of Adam, who of course is in Genesis. So it's really nice to have it in chronological order because it kind of just puts everything together and helps the Bible make sense as one united story throughout. The font is nice and dark. I don't have any trouble reading it. Doesn't appear to be line matched, but that really, it's not like you're not seeing a lot of show through. The camera always makes it worse than what it is. But when you get to the actual scripture, it's not distracting or anything from reading. So then it doesn't bother me. So of course, this would be a great Bible for a 1-year reading plan. Go through the Bible in a year chronologically, and then have those options for note-taking and artwork. So it'd be a really nice Bible for that. It is kind of thick, being that it is a single-column Bible, but you could definitely put this in a Bible case and carry it with you every day for your daily reading Bible if you're going through it in a year. The only downfall for me is that, it's not really a downfall, but if you didn't start on January 1st, it is labeled by the calendar dates. So like the first reading's January 1st, second one's January 2nd. To me, like I'm hoping that wouldn't discourage anyone. Like let's say you're starting to read the Bible in June and you're like, well, I can't do it because I missed the January 1st cutoff. So there's no way I'd be able to catch up and be on the right day. So just be aware, like it is dated, but you don't have to follow it that way. Like you want to start on June 1st with January 1st day. Use your bookmark, use your ribbon markers, and just go through it on any day you would choose. Don't let that keep you back from reading the Bible. Because I know sometimes, we all make that New Year's resolution, and we want to read through the Bible in a year starting on January 1st. And then life happens, maybe we fall away, we miss some days, or maybe we only come up with the idea to do a read through, like I said, midway through the year. So don't let that keep you back from reading the Bible. Even though this is dated, you could definitely do it on your own timeline. You could read two passages, 2 days worth of passages in one day. You can start in a different month. So it might be helpful if it was just dated like day 1, day 2, day 3, so people wouldn't feel that way. But if that's you and you're wanting to start this Bible in a month other than January, don't let it hold you back. It's a great Bible, and you don't have to follow those dates. You can just mark where you are and just go at your own pace. So I just wanted to throw that in there because I could see that holding somebody back maybe from purchasing or getting into this Bible because it's not January anymore. Okay, let's go ahead and skip towards the back. Now, it's not split into necessarily Old and New Testament, but obviously the New Testament's going to come after the Old Testament chronologically, so we know it's going to be back towards the back of the Bible. So, for example, this is October 1st. Here we are in John 5, 1 through 15. So you can see it's black letter, which I think is a very good decision for this Bible. I do prefer black letter, but I think it works really well for this particular format of Bible. There's not as many not as much artwork in this Bible as there is in some of the other like Inspire Bibles. Like I think I was just looking at my Inspire Faith not long ago, and I think that said it was like, here, I actually have the box here because I was looking at that just a little bit ago. Yeah, so that one says it's more than 650 illustrations and line art and scripture verses to color in the margin, and this one's a little over 100, so there's definitely less in this one, but it also gives you more room for taking notes. And if you're doing a read-through of the Bible, you're probably going to want to take some notes too, so I think it's nice that it has more of a balance, that this could be more of a Bible for you to study and read in for a whole year and take your notes and etc. And you have room for that, but you still have that added bonus of having some artwork and some places to be creative. Or if you were wanting to do more of your own artwork instead of just coloring what's already there, this is helpful for that too, since there's a little less. So it just depends on what your purpose is for the Bible. If you want one that is in the normal Bible order instead of being chronological and you want more artwork, then of course you're going to want to go with one of the other Inspire Bibles. But if you're looking for chronological and a Bible to read through in a year and still have a little bit of that artwork in there, then this is a great one for you. We're not going to have too much at the back of the Bible here because the purpose of this is mostly to be a creative and note-taking Bible. But we do have a daily reading guide. And I believe that's it. But let me see. No, we're going to have a scripture index. So giving you a scripture and the page number. I don't think I missed anything in between, but I'm just making sure here so I don't forget anything. Nope, that appears to be all there. And then we're going to get to the end of the Bible. We're on cardstock. We have some more nice images to color of some leaves there. And that gets us to the end of the Bible. So Tyndale offers a lot in their NLT selection. They have, the creative Bibles. They have one-year Bibles. This one having being a note taker with the drawings in it. There's another chronological Bible, the Chronological Life Application Bible that I've reviewed before, that if you want to read chronologically, but you don't want to be creative, you'd rather have those study notes and visuals and everything in there for you already, that's a good one to look up. So it's really nice that they are coming out with all of these Bibles, that there's something really for everyone and everyone's preferences. This one is great to read in a year and still be able to be creative, but have that space to take notes as well. So again, this is the NLT 1-year chronological Bible expressions, and it is an NLT translation from Tyndale.